Welcome back to How Are We Going to Die Today? Chapter 7.
The interrogation of Hiram Tolliver.
Oh, we are interrogating them. So get excited, it's your good friend Easy Flames. We're playing more Beacon Pines. The mysterious, time-traveling, rewinding, rewriting the future game. That description did it so much justice. So last time, apparently Luka has a secret basement under his house where Gran's been... She's got barrels of explosive, what I'm guessing is ice bombs of some sort.
The kids huddled in a circle,
some board with everyone's profiles and like some X's and check marks and circles. Mr. Tolliver came down and we hid. Rocco attacked him.
They needed to know what he was doing in Luka's
and
house.
Now we're gonna interrogate him.
After some
I say last time as if it's one consistent timeline. In this current timeline, that's what happened. Rollo, did I say Rocco? How many times have I said Rocco? Rollo. I feel like I've said Rocco so many times. Rollo and Beck are both alive. Or not taken. The three are all together. Everything's good. We're having friend time. Alright, good cop. This is supposed to be bad cop. We don't know bad. The good cop, chill cop. The good cop, hard cop. I feel like no matter what, Rollo's going to be the bad cop. We'll let Luka be the chill cop.
They'd run the classic good cop, chill cop interrogation.
I'm not convinced that Mr. Tolliver is a bad guy. There's, we got bad guys, we got bad guys, we got other bad guys. I don't know what we have. I don't know where he falls. I'll handle it, just gotta play it cool.
Calmly to the light switch, flicking it off and on a few times. Mr. Tolliver shook his head, gathering his wits.
Golly, you sure got my bell rung.
He looked over to find Luka, who returned a calming grin.
Sorry, Mr. Tolliver. That was all a big mistake. Luka just looks so smug at times, the way they draw him. I kind of like it. Luka, what's going on here? Why do you have me strapped down? No one's fault, really. Rollo just got a little startled. Rollo's here.
Rollo and Beck emerged from hiding to give a timid wave.
Well, alright. Mistakes happen. You kids gave old Hiram a good scare. Just let me out of these ropes and call it even.
Luka glanced over to Rollo and Beck, who replied with skeptical looks.
Mr. Tolliver, why are you in my grand's basement? I'm here to help, of course. Help with what? What's my gran up to? If you'll just cut me loose, I could show you. How do I know we can trust you?
Mr. Tolliver exhaled with disappointment.
Luka, have I ever done wrong by you? No. And since your gran moved to town, haven't I been nothing but welcoming? Yeah. So why would I turn my back on your family now? It's just, all this stuff seems pretty weird. Board with names from people from town. Archive of my dad's old disturbing patient notes.
Gestured to the corner.
Barrels of explosives. I can explain everything. You just need to untie me. No, I hate bad guys. Bad guys, you're stupid if he is a bad guy. If he's a good guy. Whatever. Stupid. You can speak with your mouth. You kids deserve an explanation. Like, I trust him, but at the same time, I'm like, that's classic bad guy talk to manipulate.
This time they shrugged. Luka began to slowly loosen the bonds.
Chill cop might have been a bad idea.
Mr.
Tolliver is about to, shoot us or something. That's a good lad. This'll all make sense in time. Don't like that. I don't like that line.
He edged imperceptibly toward the stairs as he spoke.
You see, this town has secrets, Luka. A very dark past indeed.
Before the kids had even noticed his movement, Mr. Tolliver was at the light switch.
About to die. A past that must be brought to...
Punctuated his final words by flicking the switch and rushing up the stairs.
Oh, he ran away. Light! Son of a...
Darted to the wall and turned back on the lights. It was too late. Rollo confirmed what they all heard.
He just locked us down. Oh, he locked us down here?
Mr. Tolliver's muffled voice came from behind the door.
I wasn't lying, you know. This is for your own good. You kids just keep tight down there. And let the adults handle
They
this.
looked bewildered at each other.
Play it cool, huh? Not now, Beck.
They heard the staccato thump of quick steps exiting the house.
Are we about to get frozen again or
The
something?
kids looked down in resignation. This isn't how it goes in Hank Atomic. For some reason,
Never like it is in the
assumed
movies or the
it was up to
comics, I
them
guess.
To save their town. Luka opened his mouth, hoping to conjure some magical words to make this right.
Do it. Make
Only
magic.
A hollow croak escaped. The end.
So they're just locked there forever? What?
Well, we certainly aren't going to find a grand resolution to our tale locked in a basement.
I mean, that's not necessarily a bad ending. They just didn't save the...
Back to the drawing board.
Okay. That was a very anticlimactic ending. Alright. Good cop, hard cop. Which I guess is their version of bad.
They'd run the classic good cop, hard cop interrogation.
She said it like she was unsure. Maybe we're going to learn how to be bad eventually.
Rollo brandished a steel.
But I feel like it's the same...
I've got this. Read about it 100 times.
Okay, Rollo's the hard cop, just like I thought.
Rollo swaggered past the chair which propped up the slumping Hiram Tolliver.
Alright, Rollo, work your magic.
Looking at his captive, he began with a long, blustery drawl.
Well, Mr. Tolliver.
Mr. Tolliver remained motionless. Rollo spun around to face him.
Smack him.
He'd clearly expected to rouse Mr. Tolliver with his boom.
I'm less trusting of Mr. Tolliver now that he made his escape and locked us in the basement and the world ended with us locked in the basement, I guess. Mr. Tolliver?
Beck and Luka gave each other an unsure glance. Rollo slammed his fist on the table.
I said, Mr. Tolliver!
He grabbed the table lamp and beamed it onto the unconscious face. Mr. Tolliver groaned and slowly lifted his head. He recoiled with a muddled, weary squint.
What in the
The chair
world?
wobbled as he attempted to straighten.
Eyelashes. Who's there?
Rollo could only make out rough shapes through the glaring light. With a gruff tone, Rollo hoped to both conceal his voice and intimidate.
Not bad. I'll be asking the questions here, punk. Now hold on, let's just calm down. Oh, I am calm. Calm as a carrot in dirt. As for you, looks like you're
The
sweating.
doubtful expression on Beck and Luka's faces transformed into awe.
We can do this my way, or... Let's just say I've never needed another way. Oh.
Hitting his stride, was now channeling every detective trope as memory could recall. He slammed the table again.
Now dance! What? Wait a minute. Oh no, he's rolling it.
Mr. Tolliver's voice became desperate. He was nearly in tears.
You've tied me down. How on earth could I dance? Dance with your mouth, punk. Spill the beans. What are you doing poking around this house? I'm here to help Juniper. To make sure everything's ready. Oh, so you're in cahoots with Gran? Gran? Oof.
Mr. Tolliver was in a daze, now more confused than ever.
Gonna help her blow up the festival, eh? Blow up the festival? Good lord!
His head, feeling more
Oh,
and more
so-
dizzy.
Was Gran not... No, you've got it all wrong. Where is she now? She's headed to the source. Cryptic. Source. What's the source? It's where
His voice faded to a whisper.
the town began. Where it all began. What is Operation Sparkplug?
With that, Mr. Tolliver passed out cold.
We stressed him out.
With a repentant grimace.
Dang, Rolo. I think you went a little too hard on him. What do you say about the source? It's where the town began? We need more information. Yeah, but we better not push Mr. Tulliver any farther. Is there anyone else who might know? What about the History Museum? I got it. It just got set up for the festival. Can't read, can't speak. Nah, that tent was put up by the Valentines. Everything they do is just a bunch of fluff to glorify themselves. Is there anything more reliable? The library. Is there any information about this source thing? Kato can help us find it. Let's go get some answers. Oh, cool. Right to it. Give us some answers. This is a dang nice library. Thanks, we work hard on it. Aren't you a little young to be a librarian? Oh, Kato hung out here so much, eventually they gave him a set of keys. I just keep an eye on the place for Ms. Novak sometimes. They got you working for free? It's quiet and I get access to all the books I can read. What more could a person want? Fair enough. What can I do for you all? We need a favor. I already told you and Rolo. I can't put you any higher on the wait list for the next Hank Atomic. If you're here with more candy, I'll have you know I can't be bought. Call it a personal code of conscience. Actually, we're looking to do some research. Now you're speaking my language. What are you looking for? That's the thing, we sort of don't know. What do you got on the history of the town? There's the county record archives. What's in those? Births, deaths, newspaper clippings, stuff like that. Pretty boring reading. But they do go all the way back to when the town was founded. Great, we'll start there.
Chapter 8.
Chapter 8.
6 feet under, 3 towns over.
Not a good chapter name.
The kids spent the rest of the afternoon combing through dusty piles of old county records, desperately searching for anything that could help them make sense of Mr. Tulliver's cryptic
This game is starting to make me tense, and nothing really bad has happened yet today.
Grand's basement, but his focus wavered. Explosives, messages hidden in jam, dossiers on various town
This is just
figures,
hidden in jam.
and a corkboard threaded with photos. Gran was the only family he had left. He still couldn't bring himself to believe.
And she does love you. God, I still remember that letter from that one ending that we got that she wrote. She was like, Luka, I love you. Just know everything I do for you. And then, like, the whole world died. And I assume Gran caused it with her explosive ice or something.
But the old map with the symbol of explosives in town square made that difficult. As the sun began to set, the kids were no closer to the truth.
Oh, that's not good. If I have to read any more records, my eyeballs are gonna pop. We have to keep digging. If I dig another word, I'm gonna end up in one of those asinine death records. I was like, what? Rolo Cotter lived a full and wonderful life, till he read so much boring crud that his brain oozed out of his ears. What a way to go.
With an assertive nod.
If you got a better idea, spit it out. You sound like my sister. Keep pushing your luck, pal, and it won't be boring county records that kill you. I'll put you in the obituaries myself.
Rolo muttered under his breath.
You're a county record. Oh, got her. Really? That's the best you got? When I'm done with you, you'll be the footnote in history. Just like...
Beck slammed her finger down on the open page before glancing down to read.
J. Hartford here. I'd love to see you try. Hey. We're all a little tired here. Let's just take a minute and...
Something tickled the back of Luka's mind.
Something's ticklish. Wait, what was that name back? In the obit, J. Hartford. From the Brookville Tribune 20 years ago. That can't be right. What is it? J. Hartford. That's my grand's name, Juniper Hartford. They could... Look, there are a lot of J's that could... You trying to say your grandma's a zombie? What? Maybe there were 2 J. Hartfords? Mrs. Hartford is survived by her young daughter E. Hartford. My mom's name is Eleanor. Okay, this is getting creepy. If your gran is 6 feet under, 3 towns over, then who am I living with?
The question hung in the air.
Wait, so Gran isn't Gran? Every time, I always think we're getting closer to solving a piece of the mystery, but then we just open up another part to the mystery. Gran's not Gran? Alright, gang, I gotta close up for the night.
Rubbed her eyes.
How late is it? Almost 10. Oh crap, Pa's gonna kill me. I gotta go. Yeah, my parents will be worried sick. Okay, let's meet up as early as we can at the festival tomorrow. Oh no, the festival! It's when everything goes down. What are you gonna do about the unconscious man in your basement? He's still there. I'll think of something. But with that note I mentioned that Gran wrote to Luka before the whole thing exploded, it made it sound like that's really Gran. Did she fake her death or something? No, that wouldn't make sense. I don't know.
If he was lucky, Gran, or whoever it was, hadn't gotten back yet. And of course, there was Mr. Tolliver tied up and unconscious in the basement. Dealing with him would be the first order of business. Luka shook out his arms to calm his nerves before entering.
Oh boy. Gran's, watching the fire.
He held perfectly still.
The music!
And she was asleep. His only hope was that she hadn't found Mr. Tolliver before dozing off.
Do you really think she'd just be sitting by the fireplace if she found a man in her basement? Let me go wake her up. Can I learn how to sleep? I want charms, baby. Alright. I like that we didn't move this back. We're about to be locked down here, aren't we? Oh no.
Mr. Tolliver was nowhere to be seen.
So did he get up? Or did she get him and we're about to be in trouble? Maybe he woke up, escaped from his bindings, and left without a trace. Or maybe Gran knew everything. What did I do? What do I do?
Luka's hungry stomach groaned. Not realizing it, he'd gone the entire day without eating.
Okay, I can figure this out. Just need a little brain food.
Luka rushed over to the pile of jam jars.
Jam! Don't eat jam! No!
Into his mouth.
You don't know what's in there? I'm afraid your jam delivery will be delayed.
Lift the lid to read the label.
Mr. Nuncreed. I don't know if anyone else is putting stuff together the same way I am. Mr. Nuncreed's face on the bulletin board. There's an X or a check mark by it. He has the hots for Gran. Gran isn't fond of that. Gran had us deliver jam to Mr. Nuncreed. Was that in... I don't think that was in the... I think that maybe that was in this timeline. I don't remember which timeline that was in. But I know at one point Mr. Nuncreed disappeared. I thought it was because he was doing some evil. Maybe it's because he died. Maybe she gave him poison jam that we just ate. Okay, now I can think. So if Gran knows we tied up Mr. Tulliver, I'm screwed. If she doesn't know, then I need to play it cool. I guess the only option is to go to bed and act as if nothing is wrong. Gran will think Mr. Tulliver finished what he was sent to do and left when he was done. I could have been... You know what? I could have been way wrong. Alright. Everything might be fine. Unless they're playing the long game. Oh, no. Gran? Okay, stick to the plan. Go to bed and play it cool. Something's gonna kill us. I just don't know what it is.
Climbed the final stair. The emotion of the day dragged heavily on him. With each consecutive step,
I also love that he said, I haven't eaten all day. Here, let me just eat some jam. Alright, I'm good. No, fill me up, dude.
His stride began to falter. He tried to grab for the railing to steady himself.
Yep. Come on, legs. Just a few more steps.
Groaned and tried to move.
Gran killed Mr. Nuncreed. And we delivered the poison to him at some point in the timeline.
Been bolted to the ground. Through numb lips, he mumbled just before falling asleep.
Maybe it's not poison. The germ... We're asleep. Dead asleep or just asleep? That's Gran. Sweet boy. What did you get yourself into? We're about to be tied up somewhere, aren't we? Rest now and let me handle everything. Oh, God, I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's gonna happen. Are we alive? Okay.
A speech to end all speeches.
Oh, God.
Luka awoke to find himself face down.
Alright, Luka's alive. It was just sleeping poison.
He moaned into his pillow. Why would Gran drug him? Or rather, why was she trying to drug Mr. Nuncreed?
So she had plans for Mr. Nuncreed.
Shaking the questions from
So
his
Mr. Nuncreed, the guy I've disliked so far, might be a good guy. He's just an innocent victim. He's just a creep that hits on Gran. The festival. Oh, the festival's today. That's when everything's gonna happen. I don't... Oh, I didn't want to hit that. I don't know what game I thought I was playing. I just tried to sprint with B? I don't know what game B is sprint. Maybe I tried to dodge roll or something. Bad things are gonna happen today. I just don't know in what way. My friends. Where have you been? Gran put something in the jam. Yeah, we know. Secret messages for secret conspirators. Not this one. This one intended for Mr. Nuncreed. Put me to sleep. Whoa, ho, ho. Sly devil. Sly. Ooh. Oh, good cop, sly cop? I could see Becca being a sly cop. I think she's trying to remove him from the equation. He might be in danger. Have you found anything? We looked, but haven't seen anything odd. Your Gran is nowhere to be found. But Mr. Nuncreed is just loafing around waiting for the speech. What speech? Mayor Gus just got up to the podium. Everyone's gathering at the stage. Let's get moving. Oh, the speech to end all speeches. Is this... So when... The last time the festival happened, we were in the treehouse and then the world froze over. So I don't know what the trigger was in the actual festival that sent everything off. So maybe we get to see that. I bet it has to do with the speech to end all speeches. Is this thing... hello, Beacon Pines. I'm Augustus Valentine, your mayor, and I suppose you already know that. Oh yes, before we get started, I just wanted to take a moment to recognize someone who couldn't be here today. This town wouldn't be where it is today without my father, Sharper Valentine. So I thought we could begin with a round of applause befitting such a great man. Even that's more than the old codger deserved.
His throat and awkwardly loosened his tie.
He's just so nervous. It's hard to not like this guy just because he's such a nervous wreck. And I don't know if he's bad or... I don't know. He's a politician. He's got to be bad. Right, where was I?
Kerr bounded on the stage with the energy of a preacher at a big tent revival.
Great. William Kerr. He's bad. Gus Valentine, everyone.
A hearty slap on the back and motioned him off the stage.
Yeah, here we go. Let's hear it for our mayor. What a great turnout. Ah, heck, I didn't prepare anything. But I suppose I could say a few words. Would be a shame to waste such a beautiful podium.
Mr. Kerr pulled a thick stack of note cards out from his vest.
Didn't prepare anything. Community, conviction, commitment. These are the things we celebrate at Perennial Harvest. For us, these are the pillars of the bridge to a better tomorrow. But I think it's time to add a new pillar. Change. Change is a powerful thing. It's inexorable, unavoidable, and undeniable. And I am dadgum thankful for it. Change is the reason we're all together today. It's hard for me to believe that it was only 4 years ago when fate brought me here. A simple business trip which brought me to a small town which would change my life forever.
Mr. Kerr took a moment to survey the crowd.
Oh no, he's doing a survey. You know what?
Wiped away a single tear.
Oh. From the second I set foot in Beacon Pines, something about this place has held me captive. You see, change represents opportunity. It represents potential. It was change that helped me recognize the potential of this place. To see that the people of this town, despite suffering great loss, still held on to the things that made them special.
Thumped the podium to emphasize each word.
Community, conviction, commitment. Change.
Mr. Kerr nodded confidently, biting his lip. The crowd was silent, in rapt attention.
Fate made a perfect match that day. Nothing is more important to you all than community. And Perennial Harvest is a community first and foremost.
Mr. Kerr methodically made eye contact with each section of the crowd.
The only way you made it through the foul harvest was an unshakable conviction. A conviction that a better tomorrow was just over the horizon. Perennial Harvest was founded on the conviction that we are that horizon. This festival is a symbol of our commitment to each other. Oh, it's a wedding.
Build to a crescendo.
We will now walk hand in hand into a future we will shape together. And that is what change is all about. Grabbing the future by the scruff of the neck and making things happen. Change is a choice. I am tickled pink that we will all be making that choice together. How great is that? Just imagine what we can accomplish. Oh no, it's happening. So who causes this? Because I'm assuming everyone here gets frozen. Mr. Care's part of that. I see Eris Valentine there. Gran's missing. So is it Gran, Mr. Tulliver, and I guess it would have to be those three. They're just going rogue? What was that?
To look around nervously.
Oh man, we've been here before, we know. Don't worry, a little thunder isn't going to ruin this day. Everyone remain calm.
Mr. Kerr quickly flicked through his note cards.
Where was I? Through all my travels, I've learned one true thing. One always reaps what they sow. We have all planted a lot of good in this town. And so it is with a happy heart that I can proclaim,
He raised his hands up to the heavens.
our harvest awaits! So sudden!
At that moment, a merciless wall
So
of impossibly cold
sudden.
air ripped through the crowd, instantly freezing everyone and everything it touched. For a man like
Alright, so I don't
Gordon Kerr,
trust him.
this was a fitting way for things to end. On a stage, with an entire town frozen in
But-
rapt detention for the rest of time.
There's so many groups doing their own thing, and I feel like so many of them aren't good. Gran, Mr. Tulliver, and the diner lady, I think, are behind the freezing part of it. Which is bad, because everyone's dead and frozen.
There's that ice again! Whenever I think we're getting close, it comes along and ruins everything!
It's stupid ice. Mr. Care is... I don't know what he's involved in. Some green goo and kidnapping people. And then the Valentines, I thought they were maybe with Gran, but I saw Eris Valentine and Gus was there. And
Maybe we should just quit? Maybe you should just close the book, walk away, and never think of me again.
let's just end it. We're not playing the game anymore. We're done. That's the ending. We decided. That's it.
I don't mean that. We got a little closer this time. We just need to try again. Please.
Oh, it is Sly Cop. What else can we do? We spent a lot of time on this branch. We still got this whole thing over here where we can run away with a mutated dude, or we can tickle him before he even gets mutated. There's still a lot to do on that side. But let's go back to the interrogation. Today is interrogation day. Good cop, Sly Cop. Let's put Beck on the case, right?
They'd run the classic good cop, sly cop interrogation.
I think Beck can handle it.
Ducked behind a barrel, leaving Beck to her task. With a few crisp snaps, she roused Mr. Tolliver.
I can't make loud snaps, especially when I'm wearing gloves. Whoa. What's going on here? You're that modal girl. Please, call me Beck. Sorry about all this.
Tolliver looked down and shifted a bit, testing his restraints.
Seems there's been a mix-up. You see, I'm down here for the same reason you are. Juniper sent you
Beth
here?
caught herself before letting the surprise manifest on her face. She'd already gotten him to reveal his relation to Gran. This was gonna be easy.
She's good. You know how Juniper is with her precautions. Operation Sparkplug has us all on edge. I guess she thought you needed backup. But she sent a child? What better way to avoid prying eyes? Who would suspect a kid? I suppose that makes sense.
Tulliver wriggled a bit in his restraints.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Beck quickly removed the ropes.
That had to be uncomfortable. A little, yeah. But you understand. We never do know who to trust in this town.
Mr. Tulliver rubbed the growing knot on his
Beck
forehead.
gets it. She can speak the language. Very true. So it turns out we're both here
Held
to
her hand, as if to prompt Mr. Tulliver to finish her thought.
destroy the
Shook
evidence.
her head and clicked her tongue.
Yep, the old gal is nothing if not thorough.
Mr. Tulliver let out an amused huff in agreement.
She sure is. Can't blame her, though. If anyone were to find out that we're going to destroy the source, well, we both know how bad that might be. No one will know anything once I finish cleaning things up down here.
Beck was on a roll now, playing Mr. Tulliver like a fiddle.
You sure you can finish this up on your own? Juniper trusted me for a reason. You can leave the rest to me. Good, there's one more loose end I'll go work on. Loose end? Oh, it's nothing, really. The other day I had the radio on scan while restocking the candy shelf. And wouldn't you know it, it intercepted an odd phrase in the perennial harvest transmission. Underground secrets. That means nothing to me. That's ominous. I think it might be a password, but Juniper dismissed it. Said it wasn't mission critical. What's the password for? We don't know. So we have a password and nowhere to put it. It's gotta mean something, right? Good thinking. You should probably go work that out. I've got this under control. That's a relief. Between you and me, this basement gives me the willies.
Heading for the stairs, Mr. Tulliver hesitated and turned to Beck with a puzzled look. She grinned and gave him a peppy wave. With a shrug, he continued up the stairs, whistling a jaunty tune.
She's good. You guys catch that? Sure did. This whole time Mr. Tulliver's had a candy shelf. But all he ever sells us is apples.
Beck blinked slowly in disappointment.
The password, Rollo. Well, sure, but once things are back to normal, I'll be having a word with Mr. Tulliver about that candy shelf. Fine. In the meantime, I've got an idea.
She turned to the table and began tearing small scraps of paper.
He said he heard a password on the radio. Any good spy transmission is never what it seems.
Beck marked each scrap of paper and leaned back.
We just need to find the hidden meaning. Okay. What's another word for underground? Buried, covered. Could it be a cover-up? Maybe it's one of each. Each letter is a number thingies. So a U would be 21. N would be 14. D would be... Ooh, it's an anagram. Nun Creed's drugstore.
Luka and Beck looked at Rollo with amazement.
You figured that out? Rollo, that was incredible. Well, it's either that or Kren's nude rug store. Yeah, I think you were right the first time. How'd you do that? What can I say? I love ciphers. Well, I guess we know where to go next. Nun Creed. Okay, so Mr. Nun Creed is involved in something. The diner girl. Do we talk to her? Is she safe? You scared me half to death. Sorry. You kids haven't seen Mr. Tulliver around, have you? Nope. He's got me waiting around like the last slice of pie. I swear that man will be late to his own funeral. Shouldn't he have gone by here to get... Sure, whatever. Okay. So, Mr. Nuncreed's drugstore. Uh-oh. Oh, Gus, and... You're late, Augustus. Sorry, sister. Was caught up with work. Does anyone else call their siblings by their... I don't know what that would be. By their sibling noun? I've never called my brother brother. In regards, like, speaking directly to him. Hi, brother. Unless I'm, like, impersonating Hulk Hogan or something. I don't know. Maybe I see it happen all the time in games and stuff. Maybe it's just a game thing. It doesn't register with me. Work. You add a few more details to lock down for the festival. Oh, what do you have to report? What is this Insipid Town Festival really about? I think
Around nervously.
Mr. Kerr really does just want to do something good for the town. He's actually a pretty nice guy. You should spend some time with him. I didn't pull strings installing you as mayor so you can make friends. Ah, installing, huh? Your job is to help me figure out what Care and Perennial Harvest's true intentions are with this town. We have a responsibility. This is our father's town. Was. Excuse me? This was our father's town. He's gone, Eris, and he isn't coming back. Father left us with nothing but problems. Mr. Kerr came and offered us to help us. We accepted that help. We didn't agree to them turning Father's warehouse into a toxic dumping ground. That's just a temporary arrangement. The glow can be seen from our damn backyard. They are dumping their nasty little secrets on us. When all this inevitably goes wrong, how many times in my life have I said that word out loud? I don't think my mouth knows how. Why? Who do you think will be blamed?
His cry hung in the air.
We have a new choice to make now, sister. Sister. This town is going to change whether we like it or not. Are we going to choose to be a part of that future or be forgotten in the past? It's a shame. Father named you Augustus, but you will always just be a Gus. Good night, Eris. I'll see you at breakfast tomorrow. A good sick burn. You were named Augustus, but you'll always be Gus. Got him. It's getting late, children. Alright. What do you got to say about knowledge? He spat with a sneer. There exists a gulf between knowing something and being able to do a damn thing about it. I do hate when the villain makes a good point. Damn. So, I feel like I still don't trust Eris. Definitely don't trust Mr. Kerr. Gus, I feel like, is in the middle. I don't think he's a horrible guy. And then we got Solomon over here.
Solomon stood proudly at the entrance to the drugstore, holding a brown bag overflowing with black licorice.
Oh, he found the candy. Hey, Solomon. We're looking for Mr. Nuncreed. Is he still in there? I'm afraid not. Where'd you get the candy from? You might say we have an arrangement.
Solomon shoveled a surprising amount of licorice into his mouth.
Sometimes it's the small pleasures in life. Though we might not always have family to rely on. Licorice has never let me down. No. Well, I can't say licorice would be my first choice, but whatever floats your boat. You can tell a lot about a person by their choice of confection. Oh, yeah, I guess. I like sour gobs. I'm certain you do. So, just throw it out there. Sour gobs. I've always wondered why Mr. Nuncreed kept licorice in stock. You must eat enough of it to make it worthwhile. There are many ways to earn loyalty. For some, it's as easy as cold hard cash. What's his story? Well, he's right, it's locked. There's gotta be more clues. Okay, let's see. Oh, the door. Apparently not a clue. Okay, go around the corner. I guess I'll go look what they're looking at. No? The phone booth. Ever seen anyone actually use this thing? Was it the phone booth? Besides Mr. Nuncreed? No.
Beck cupped her hands on the glass to peek inside.
That's not a normal phone booth. It's got like a blinky keypad. Why would there be a blinky keypad? Kren's Nude Rug Store. I mean, Underground Secrets. The password.
Flung open the door and they all squeezed in.
Does it take us underground? Alright, let's see here.
Cracked his knuckles and entered the letters into the keypad.
Underground Secrets. Sounds like that did something. Great, now what? I guess we...
The inside
Yep,
of the
there they
phone
go.
booth dropped loose from its shell.
That sounds like a horrible password, to be honest. Underground secrets?
Without even the space to panic, they closed their eyes, held their breath, and accepted their fate.
This isn't a death...
Suddenly,
This isn't the end,
chaotic
right?
descent slowed to an effortless landing.
Okay, cool.
It was unclear where they ended up, but at least it was solid ground.
Oh, we're in a laundromat.
The air was stagnant and smelled vaguely of chlorine.
I knew it. You knew there was a secret hub full of strange tubes under the phone booth? Of course I did. Didn't I say that? No. I definitely thought it. Luka, do you remember when I said how cool it would be if the trans-dimensional conduits from Hank Atomic issue number 12 were real? Rollo, at one point or another. You've said that about every technology ever discussed in Hank Atomic. That's why I'm such a good predictor. Looks like each of these has something written on them. What's in this garbage? This suit has a broken mask. Oh, is that the yellow? Oh, that's the yellow suit. So have we found our mystery warehouse creeper? We at least found their hazmat suit. If it walks like a nun creed and talks like a nun creed, let's not jump to conclusions. Just saying. Okay, so what's written above these? Mining Operations Alpha. You guys have mines here? Not that I know of. Maybe it's another anagram. This town is all farms and fertilizer. And a series of tubes. Pa always says you can only trust a miner up to the point when they hit gold. Not sure how that wisdom applies in this exact situation. That's the thing about Pa, you don't always realize what he means until it's too late. And we got Perennial Harvest main office. That seems like an important one. That's where my mom works. What does she do? Science stuff. Is she involved in all this? We just moved here. How could she be involved? True. And we got Valentine Fertilizer Warehouse. Is that where you're... Isn't that where you almost got snatched? Didn't she say her other mother worked with Valentine? Or maybe was just friends with Valentine? I don't know. Yeah. Why would Perennial Harvest have a tube going to the old Valentine place? This is starting to feel like something big. Starting to. That's a lot of buttons. Stand aside, Earthlings. I've read enough Hank Atomic to know my way around sci-fi tech.
His hands hovered over the field of blinking buttons.
Eeny, meeny, miny. Uh-oh, the warehouse. Rollo, what did you do? Nothing. I didn't even mow. Oh, I'm like, move? He didn't mow. Eeny, meeny, miny, mow. Get it? I didn't even mow yet. I thought it was someone's coming, aren't they? What was that? Hide? Where? I was gonna say, where? There's nothing down here but weird tubes. Just get back. Who's coming through? Mr. Nuncreed! That's what... I'm not gonna say that word just because... But... The very first episode, the hazmat suit, which, the suit's right there, when he saw Luka, that was the word that came out of him. And that was our first death, I guess, when we were dragged away into the warehouse. Mr. Nuncreed, I'm confirming it right now, Mr. Nuncreed was the OG hazmat guy. Yep. Yep. Awesome. You don't need to come with me now. We aren't going anywhere with you. Not until we get some answers. Mr. Underground Secrets. I told them it was an absurd password. But they love anything that makes them feel clever. They who? That's no matter. No, someone tell us some answers, please. If I keep you hidden until after the festival, I might be able to save your skins. We don't care about our skins. Hold on now, I like my skin. This all stops now, Nuncreed.
Joseph waited for a moment in silence.
You sound just like him. Who? Walt. You don't get to talk about my dad. You know your father and I were friends back before.
He gestured toward the strange tubes.
All of this? That's a lie. It's true, I used to bounce you on my knee. What happened? Same thing that always happens. Reality, complications, life. We were a team, Walt and I. An idealistic doctor and a bright-eyed pharmacist. Both hell-bent on helping folks. So you were a sidekick? No. We were partners. He helped the patients and I helped him. Yep, total sidekick.
Nuncreed let out a growl of a sigh.
Luka, I need you to know this. I need someone to know this. One day Sharper Valentine comes to us, says he's got an opportunity. He found something he didn't quite understand, and he was willing to pay us both handsomely to help him understand it. And my dad said no. Your father and I both believed in helping people. But the thing I could never get him to understand was, it's a lot easier to help others if you help yourself now and then. Classic sidekick into villain plotline. Walt loved being righteous almost more than he loved his family. He was wrong about one thing though. When he begged me not to take Valentine's offer, he said, Joseph, if a person says yes one time to Sharper Valentine, he'll make sure they keep on saying yes to him until their day he's dead and gone.
He shook his head wistfully.
Sharper's long gone, but he still got me saying yes. Is there a point to this sob story? Not really, no. Just an old man trying to delay what needs doing.
Nuncreed took a menacing step towards the children.
Take a menacing step backwards, kids. I tried to keep you safe. I tried to keep you and Juniper out of this. But you forced my hand.
Luka began to laugh.
Interesting reaction. What? You really don't know. My gran isn't out of this. She's been scheming right under your nose. Juniper? Seems like she's planning on crashing the town's party. She's going to disrupt the festival? Why would she?
Color drained from Nuncreed's face.
Can that happen when your face is fur? How does she know? Apparently she knows a lot of things. What? Let's just say this isn't the only underground lair we busted into today. And honestly, hers is way cooler. She's got maps and explosives and bad intentions, big man.
Nuncreed grabbed Luka by the shoulders. His eyes were frantic.
You need to tell me what she's going to do right now. She doesn't understand what it is she's messing with. Tell me now, she's in danger, boy. I don't know. She had a map with a mark on the fountain in town square. The fountain? But why would...
A jolt of realization struck Mr. Nuncreed.
She knows about the source? What the heck is the source? If she tries to destroy the source, it could catalyze and... Dear God, she's going to freeze us all! Source sounds powerful. You all need to run! His little ears. Run where? Away! As far away from this town as you can get. Head west and don't look back. That did not go how I expected. So, we're totally following him, right? Totally. See you on the other side. Okay, so we know what causes the freezing. You good? Yep. The source, something with the fountain, is the source, and the source freezes the world. So it's not ice bombs that Gran is doing. She's just blowing up the source, and the source is doing it. Whatever that means.
Chapter 8.
Oh, God.
The Cold, Hard Truth.
Why's it gotta be cold? Why's it gotta be cold?
Beck leapt up, allowing the suction to yank her into the dark. Dimness eclipsed around her like the shutter of a camera as she seemed to cover great distance in mere moments. Her only points of reference were glints of upcoming turns, which approached with frightening speed, only to carom her gracefully along. She heard the tinny, distant echoes of Rollo's glee. Once she stopped fighting against it, the ride was impossibly smooth. Then, all of a a sudden, as if minutes had passed in
We're
an
in a very
instant,
snowy place.
light blazed into view. A burst of wintry air snapped across her face, and she was flung out into the cold.
Are we outside of Beacon Pines now? It's summer in Beacon Pines, at least. Where are we now? Where it was what? It was some kind of mining thing, right? That was intense. Yeah. I think I might have parted with some fluids in there. Gross. Any idea where we are? Somewhere cold. Doesn't look like it got on any of us. Didn't feel like we traveled that far. So where did it all go? This place sucks. Why would anyone even want to blow something up out here? Only one way to find out. We gotta catch up to Nuncreed. I think he went this way. But what's this way? You know I gotta check. A whole lot of nothing, it looks like. Is this... Maybe it's just the simplicity of the game. Is this Beacon Pines? Like up there, is that where Luka's father's grave is? And then his house would be right here? This is Beacon Pines. The Tundra version. Because that's where the road would go. That's the sign. This looks familiar, yeah. Maybe we can clear off the snow? No time, Nuncreed's getting away. So are we in an alternate reality now? Oh, I'm so... Unless, did they like rebuild Beacon Pines? Was that not the original Beacon Pine? This is starting to feel really familiar. I may not be the most well versed on all things Beacon Pines, but this does look like some sort of frozen replica of town. Ah, I got it. It's so obvious now. Mr. Nuncreed is an alien. Hello. Stick with me here. His species can only live in sub-zero temperatures. Oh boy, here we go. The source is their base camp dimension, so naturally they keep it cold. We found it by traveling through those metallic wormholes back there. Final objective, kill us all and shapeshift into a Beacon Pine citizen of their choosing. You never really had me, but you very much lost me there. You get used to it. We should keep moving. Okay. This is so wild. How are you gonna explain this game?
Rounded the corner to the frozen tower.
Gran!
They spotted Mr. Nuncreed inching cautiously.
Oh, this is the source. Are we under the fountain? What? Rounded. Oh, she read it.
His arms out gingerly, as if approaching a beast in the wild. Upon closing the distance, Luka recognized what Nuncreed was after. Gran stood confidently at the edge, one arm outstretched over the abyss. Nearby, a wheelbarrow had been emptied out. She held a lit torch, which flickered in the bitter wind.
Oh boy. Juniper, I don't know what you think you're doing, but I assure you this is not going to solve anything. If you drop that, you've doomed this whole town. Oh, it wasn't me who doomed who doomed this town. I've been watching you, Joseph. I know what you've done. You and your co-conspirators. Gran? What's happening? Oh, her brows got so soft. Luka, you and your friends need to leave right this moment.
Nuncreed turned back toward the kids, desperation in his eyes.
Listen to your grandma, Luka. This is between me and Juniper.
Back held steadfast in awe. Luka approached closer. Mr. Nuncreed spun back toward Gran, his voice growing louder.
You've got it all wrong, Juniper. Just hand over that torch. You don't understand what you're doing. How could I possibly trust you to do the right thing? Walt told me everything. He trusted you and you betrayed that trust. Luka, did you know that this man's entire life is a lie? If it weren't for him, your father might still be alive.
Mr. Nuncreed winced with anguish. His voice hardened.
I had a weird feeling that since he made a deal with Sharper, that something about that led to Father's death. But do explain, please. That's not true.
They both now yelled, not to each other, but at fate itself. making their peace with long-held burdens. The wind howled with encouragement.
Walt was like a brother to me. We just had different ideas about how to effect change. Very convenient that your way just happened to line your pockets. Now that's not fair.
They menaced at each other, both catching their breath.
Sneeze. Not right now. Not right now,
The
Sneeze.
moment balanced on a knife's edge.
Oh no.
Amid a blur
Oh no,
of
things.
emotions and memories, Luka's mind flooded with questions. The wind calmed, as if to give him the stage.
In stillness, he began to weep. That's the only option. Okay. Thinking back at all the other charms we got, there's a very... It could have gave us the option to take a number 2 here or something.
And in the stillness, he began to weep. It was all just too much. Falling to his knees, Luka whimpered softly. The tears crystallized as they hit the snow.
Gran,
Gran stared at Luka for a moment.
Luka's right there. There's no way you're going to drop that torch.
This was all necessary.
This will all make sense soon, Luka. Oh no, she's doing what she did in the letter and saying, I'm doing it for you, right? Then everything can go back to normal. I
She
promise.
stiffened up and brandished.
Maybe she doesn't realize what this will do to the town. You can't hide behind those people any longer, Joseph. Once their precious source is destroyed, we'll see where their loyalties fall. Juniper, don't!
Ignoring his final plea, Gran flung the torch into the deep.
I don't think she's doing it on purpose. I don't think she's killing everyone on purpose. I think she doesn't understand what it's going to do.
She smiled and exhaled in relief. Mr. Nuncreed moaned in resignation. The torch echoed as it ricocheted down the hole, punctuated.
Maybe the fire will go out.
Thud.
Don't think it did. You see, Joseph, I've learned one very important lesson in life. If you want things to change, then you must be willing to...
Gran could finish. The ground shook her to silence.
Here it goes.
Gran only had time to spin around and run to Luka. Her attempt to shield him, an honorable but trifling act. Unflinching love pitted against an unthinking horror. There was no contest. Her warm embrace froze in an instant. That is where they remain, fixed in place, forever.
God, these ice endings are so
Our
sad.
story ends on this melancholy scene. In a town brought low by its secrets, sits the frozen statues of a misguided band of meddlers. The end.
At some point, the narrator's going to be like, really, that's it. That's the end. That's how it ended. It's going to be a bad one.
Well, that was dire. On the bright side, we finally figured out where all the ice is coming from.
It's true.
We just need to find a way to deal with a mystic, unfathomable force of nature.
Great. Alright, so it looks like we've gone as far as we can on this branch. So next time, we're going to hop back over to this other branch. Maybe stop a kid from being mutated. And if not, we're going to run away from some guys with clipboards. Just to find a way to... I wonder if there's 3 for everything. If there's 3 for everything, then that's kind of wild. No, I don't think there is, because a tree, it'd be a weird growing tree if there was... No? I don't know. I don't know what to expect, yo. But join us next time, and we'll see what happens. God, all these deaths, it's all so emotional and sad. I can't take it. This was supposed to be for the scary game month. It's not so much scary as it is just emotionally draining and dread, and it's a different kind of horror. It's not even October anymore. Rude. Alright, anyway. for more, we're going to keep going until we finish this game. Sorry about Tales of the Abyss. I know, but I can't not finish this game. I really want to finish this. So we're going to keep going through it. And then we'll pick back up Tales of the Abyss once we get through this. I imagine it's not a hugely long game. But there's just so much to it. And there's so much I want to dig into. And just so much story and content. And I'm invested. And if you want to invest for free, hit that subscribe button to join the Inferno and keep that fire burning so we can get rid of all this freaking ice everywhere that keeps ending our lives.